Gaye DeRusso with the Majestic rider. It's windy. It's always windy. We're working on Teddy's canter, and so we're going to work on his left lead. His left lead was his worst lead, and now it's actually getting better. Easy, canter. So wrong lead, that's okay. You'll see I have poles all over the place today. Canter. So I tried to get another step. It didn't happen. Good boy. Now that wasn't a good step, but he tried. He thought about it. That's why I said good boy. So I'm going to try a different pull here. Easy. Good boy. Good job, Teddy. Okay. Okay, so that pole helped me get one more step with Teddy. When I did it with him loose on the ground, which is different than carrying a rider, I'm starting now to actually get him to canter and go forward, but if he slows down, he gets lateral. If I kind of make him gallop, he kept his lead. So that's what I'm trying to see is, can I get him to go further? So we give him a little treat for incentive, and we're going to try it again. So it takes a long time to get good canters on these horses. Everybody's different how they teach it. Some ways go faster than others. You just do what you can. It's okay. It's okay. Good job, buddy. Easy. I felt like we weren't going to get the correct lead, so I didn't even ask him there. That was just all him. Whoa. So that was great for Teddy. There was no poles, and he got a couple of steps. Give him some more incentive for his work, okay? So he's doing good. He's going to get it. He's going to do well. He's got a nice canter. Again, the hardest part with these horses is getting them to understand what to do with their feet when they're lateral, and then slowly building it up, because you get carried away and you just want to go. You think, oh, they're a regular horse, let's just go. But they can't, and they fall apart, and if you push them, you scare them, or you teach them to cross canter, or they're cantering on the wrong lead. It's got to be so steady, and you got to practice all the time and give them cues. So he waited there. He's like, are we going or not? And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think we have the lead. Easy. Boy. So that was the wrong lead. This happens a lot in the beginning. Wrong lead. So, I don't know if the camera got that, but that's what can happen. So he took a misstep and he almost fell on his face, but I caught him. And the footing goes up a little bit there, but that's it. That can happen. That's why you want to be safe and sit back, wear a vest, and all of that. Okay, so wrong lead, so let's go back to that one. It's hard getting them set up and getting that correct lead. If they figure it out, it's much easier. So I'm just turning left to try to help him, like, hey, you got to get the left lead, not the right one. Go boy. Now, he got it, and he got distracted. Something over there. Oh, there's a big buck. I don't know if you can see that running up there. So there's a good reason he got distracted. That thing is big. But he got the correct lead, so that was good. Good boy. Walking horses get distracted, many of them, very easily. You don't know they're even distracted, but that's usually when they get trippy or space out or do something goofy. Easy, Canter. So he got a couple of steps, and you might have seen me like really shove at him and drive and try to get him forward. And that was pretty good for him today. When you do this stuff, when you're training, you're going to have hard days and you're going to have some lighter days. You got to do that so they don't get too sore. So some days you might overdo it and work really hard on their canter, and the next day you want to do it again because you're like, oh, I'm so close, but don't do it. Just give them a break. Do it a couple of times and be like, that's good. Because we like to drill things. They can't build muscle in a day. Okay, they're not on steroids. And so they got to muscle up, and you got to give them time to make those muscles. That usually takes 6 to 8 weeks. So hard days, light days, days off, but lots of days of work also. And I try to give 2 days off in a row so they can really recover. All right, so now we're going to go the other way. Now this happens a lot. You go to the left, and they keep picking up the right lead, and then you go to the right, and they pick up the left lead. But this was his better lead, Canter. Try to bring his head down. He popped his lead. So I'm going right back to a pole. He had it. He did good. He just lost his balance there, and so he popped his lead and then cross-cantered. Wrong lead. It's okay. Easy. Go, Teddy, go. Go, Teddy, go. Oh. For a horse that couldn't canter, that was amazing. Teddy's going to get the bell boot off his foot, and that's his canter for the day. You can have, let's see how many cookies Mama has. 5? So we're going to give him all those. I had to push him and drive him, but that was good. And then I was trying to get his head down, because if his head goes up, he's going to start racking. So I was trying to bring his head down to help him stay diagonal. So you quit when they're good, except we're still going to do a little running walk, but no more cantering. And so I'm taking this off, and then we're just going to go back to working on his running walk, just a little, not a lot, but just a little, Teddy. And he's doing really well with his running walk. His mom's doing well with his running walk. And he's not pacing really much anymore at all, because we've worked so hard with the poles. And she's gotten so much better. And he's trying, right? He's like, yeah, for these cookies I'm trying. I don't give cookies all the time, but when they do something amazing, I think he deserves it. So I want to make sure he knows that was the right thing. So we're going to do a little running walk now. Now, they get confused once you canter. You know, they sometimes think you're going to canter all the time, or when you go towards a pole, they think you're going to canter. In the beginning, I let them, and then after a while, once I'm sure they're understanding the word canter, then I start telling them walk over the poles when I want to walk. And yes, horses are that smart that they figure out the difference, and they just do it from my voice, okay? So with Teddy, we're working on keeping his head down for the owner, just so she gets better at keeping his head down. But he can do his running walk with his head like this, or I can loosen up a little bit more. I'll get a little bit more motion in the saddle. The footing's not very good right there, so you'll see he did change his rhythm right there. He changed his footfall a little bit. So it just depends what you want. But again, for her, because she's working so hard at trying to keep his head down, because it used to be way up, I'm practicing a lot just keeping it down for her. But again, in the end, when she's out on trail, he could be like this too. As long as he's gaiting well, that's perfectly fine. And so we worked in the arena the other day. She took a lesson. That was a long lesson, like an hour and a half, so that was a hard day. Then I worked them over poles the next day on the ground, but did a lot of cantering because it helps them to learn to balance themselves without you on them. Teddy, there he shortened his stride a little too much and started going more towards a step pace, so I just half halt and I pushed him sideways. But now Teddy knows everything, so it gave me lots of tools. You know, he's got a good stop, he's got a good backup, he can do a shoulder in, a leg yield, he can bring his hindquarter in, which helps us to get his canter leads. So he understands now, because he has cues, that he understands what to do with them, and that gives me tools and options. So if I'm having any issues with them, I can help him. Oh, good boy. Now, see, he gets easily distracted. So we're going to back up a little bit and then do our turn on the haunches. So it's kind of like a roll back. So the distraction part we're working on with Teddy. It's going to get there. But some of them, just like some of us, kind of get attention deficit. And, you know, we start paying attention to other things. Hi, Kurt. Good, thanks. Now, Teddy's got a nice running walk. It's ground covering. It won't look that fast even though it covers the ground. On trail, it's even faster, and it's really ground covering. So everybody's always thinking it's a super speedy gait. It's not. It's just a little faster than your flat walk. And the best way to get it is to flat walk a lot. Build up their muscles. Teach them all the cues of the things I was talking about, all that suppling work, and it makes a huge difference. And when our arena gets dragged again, I'll be very happy, because it's getting very bumpy in here, and all the walking horses like to hit it with their feet. Okay. Let's try and go all the way around now. So your running walk, oh, see, I said you weren't pacing, and look what you're doing. It's kind of a sweeping motion, the same with your flat walk. And they kind of, you know, with the person you'll see us going back and forth, but it kind of is a little bit of a rolling motion, because they really are using those shoulders and their hindquarters when they're doing it right. And just remember, anytime you quit, try to quit on the right thing, not the wrong thing. If you want your horse to be better, quit when they're doing it right, and don't ask for too much more. If you quit when they're doing it wrong, they'll keep doing it wrong more and more. So like back there, he wasn't gaiting so well, so I wouldn't want to stop there, but here he's gaiting pretty well. Oh, good boy. So that's it. Okay, so today was not a super long day. I did lunge him, beforehand and worked a little bit with the poles from the ground. And then we did our riding part, and we did a fair amount before I put the camera on, just of our pre-work or our arena work. All right, but now you can see how much Teddy's changed from not really being able to canter or hold his lead. Now he's got both leads. It's now just getting more and more steps, and then once we get him to keep that canter, then we can start trying to get that more collection and get more of that rocking horse canter. All right, I hope that helps. Remember, like and subscribe.